$112. It's a lot of money to be carrying around.
Well, it's all mine. My sister gave it to me.
$57.22.
I didn't take it. I didn't take that money.
Yeah? Well, how did you know it was gone?
Mr. Malden, when you showed the wallet to Mr. Novack, did he try to deny the fact it was his?
How could he? His driver's license was in it.
Please answer the question. Mr. Novack made no attempt to deny the fact that he owned the wallet containing $112. Yes or no?
No, sir.
That is all.
You may step down. Mr. Carr, you may call your next witness.
Is Mr. Charles in court?
Yeah, they're right here. I've been for 2 days.
Will you take the stand, please?
Yeah.
Doc Charles told how he and the victim had been close friends for many years. He went on to say that he had seen my client just prior to the time of the murder.
Do you recall what time it was when Mr. Novack entered your place of business?
Yeah, around about 7:15.
Mr. Charles, could you be more specific as to the time? Was it 7 or was it 5 minutes after 7?
Look, I ain't a clock watcher.
Mr. Charles, answer the question simply. Yes, you do recall, or no, you do not.
Yes, sir. Your Honor. I don't remember.
Had you ever seen him before?
No. No, I never seen him before. And if I never see him again,
Will you state what business he had in your place?
Well, he come in and asked for change of $1, but I knew better the minute I laid eyes on him.
Strike everything after $1. Mr. Carr, try and phrase your question so we can get a simple yes or no answer from the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Charles, when Mr. Novack asked you for change, did you ask him what for?
I did not.
But he did take a dollar bill out of his wallet.
Yeah, he did.
Were you in a position to see the contents of that wallet?
Yes, I was. And if he was carrying more than $5, I'll eat it. He didn't have no $100, and if he did have, I know where he got it.
Your Honor, I ask that this testimony be stricken. The witness is definitely prejudiced against my client.
Testimony will stand. Strike everything after yes, I was. Mr. Charles, another outburst such as that, and I will have to hold you in contempt.
Did Mr. Novack use the change you gave him in your place of business?
He tried, but I don't carry no gum.
I see. He wanted a package of chewing gum, but you don't have a dispensing machine there, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
So you sent him up the street to Ziegler's Market.
Yeah, that was the closest place.
Now, Mr. Charles, do you recall how long it was from the time Mr. Novack left your place of business until Mr. Bissell came back to make a phone call?
Yeah, no more than 10 minutes. But that would have given him time enough to
Thank you. Cross-examine.
If it please the court, I'd like the witness to stand up for a moment.
What are you trying to show, Mr. Matthews?
I'd like to try an experiment in observation, Your Honor.
Very well, the witness may step down.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will you step down, please? Now, Mr. Charles, about how far apart were you when he gave you the dollar bill?
How far apart? Well, figuring the counter here, I'd say about like this.
Very well. Will you change this, please?
Oh, a $10 bill, I ain't got it.
That's all right. You can sit down. Now, Mr. Charles, that's pretty much what happened the night in question, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Very well, then. Tell me how much money I have in my wallet.
Objection.
Objection overruled. Answer the question.
Well, look, I was talking there.
Were you talking that night?
Oh, yeah, sure I was talking.
All right, you should have no trouble in answering the question. How much money have I in my wallet?
I don't know.
That'll be all. Mrs. Ziegler, the wife of the victim, was then called. When shown the murder weapon, she testified that because they had an old-fashioned icebox in the store, they kept the ice pick handy by sticking it in the wall directly behind the cash register.
I see. Now, as to the amount of money that was in the cash register, the total sales for the day were $57.22.
Yes. But there was $50 more.
Can you explain that, please?
Every morning we would put $50 in the cash register, so we have plenty change for the customers.
I see. Then the total amount that was missing was really $107.22.
Yes, that is right.
I see. Now, just one more question. Will the defendant please stand? Now, Mrs. Ziegler, have you ever seen this man in or near your store?
If only I could be sure.
Will you speak a little louder, please?
Look at me. Hold up your head. Are you afraid? Are you afraid to look at me because you murdered my husband?
Objection, Your Honor.
Look at him. What do you need from me? Isn't that your proof that he did it? You killed him, didn't you? You murdered my husband! You murdered my husband!
At 10 o'clock the next morning, I began the uphill fight in the defense of Carl Novack. For 2 days, I put character witnesses on the stand. His friends, neighbors, people he did business with. They all testified to the fact that my client was a peaceful, law-abiding citizen, that he didn't drink and never lost his temper, that he had one weakness: he couldn't face facts. My next witness was Florence Novack, my client's sister. She testified that she was not married and that she worked as a waitress in San Bernardino, that she had had a broken arm last January and had borrowed $100 from her brother to live on. Now, directing your attention to this canceled check drawn on the First National Bank of Indio, dated Friday, January the 30th, made payable to Florence Novack for the sum of $100. Do you recognize it?
Yeah, that's a check for the money he lent me.
Is that his handwriting?
Sure, I'd know it anywhere.
We offer this as Defendant's Exhibit F.
Will be marked Defendant's Exhibit F.
Now, Miss Novack, you stated previously that on or about March 1st you returned to work. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to save enough money to repay the loan?
Yes, I was.
Do you recall on what date you made payment?
April the 19th. It was a Sunday.
And what was the amount?
Same amount of money he lent me. $100.
How did you make payment?
In money. 5s and 10s, you know. The stuff Carl had in his wallet didn't grow there. That was my dough.
Objection. The witness is not qualified.
Objection sustained.
That'll be all. Cross-examine.